And we're back with another episode.
And we're back. Set it off.
The greatest show on earth comes to you again. Today we got a special guest with us.
Yes, indeed.
Mr. Kenny. Some of y'all might call him KJ.
K Jizzle.
Other y'all might call him Sarn. It just depends. How you doing today, sir?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
Hey, not
Doing
too.
fine.
Welcome to the greatest show on earth, man. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't get to come here, you know what I'm saying? But this is truly the greatest show on earth. And
Appreciate y'all for having me. Show.
And we appreciate you for taking your time out your busy schedule to come sit with us. Now today, well, we got Smoke with us.
set it off.
I
Set
gotta
it off.
introduce Smoke once again.
Chris set it off, Jones. How you doing, brother? What's going on with you, KJ?
What up?
How you doing?
Comedian extraordinaire. Been around here for a minute, OG to the game.
That's right.
And he's also a veteran.
Hey, what y'all know about them veterans?
I mean, he's sitting with two Army veterans, and we got us a
You know
Navy
what?
veteran in the
Y'all
middle.
are Army veterans. Y'all are. You're right.
Smoke, what made you choose the Navy?
Man, a recruiter. Recruiter, man, showed me some chicks on the beach. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
showed me some pictures of some chicks on the beach and told me I was gonna be able to go over there, and I found out he was lying like a motherfucker. He was lying.
Man.
There wasn't none of that, man. You know what I mean?
Well, guess what? We got a recruiter with us today.
Well,
Right in front of us. We got a
ooh,
We got
Kate, boy, I know you lying, Kate.
we got an Army recruiter with us today.
Hey, man.
Oh man.
Now look, Smoke just gave us his reason for going to the Navy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Kenny, what is a good reason for these kids to pick the Army, man?
Shit. Honestly, all depends on. I feel like it depends on their drive, really.
Right.
I mean, like for me, like I'm pretty straightforward guy.
Right.
I got homeboys that's in the Air Force. They kind of real nerdy, some smart guys. So I feel like different branches have different things what people looking for.
Right.
Of course, like the Army. Like I said, that's probably the most straightforward branch out there.
Right.
The Marines is kind of like the crazy people, the
Right.
jarheads.
Yeah.
The Air Force is the nerds.
What's the Navy?
Navy is pretty much like the Army. They just straightforward. Like
Right.
either you're going whatever you put in, what you get out, basically.
Right.
So
So look, give us your story. Give us your walk down. How did you get started? What made you even join the Army to begin with? Let's start there.
How you get in there? Would you?
How they get you to sign them papers?
well, it wasn't really a recruiter. It was my dad.
Okay.
I
family
had
family thing.
For sure.
Okay.
I had my dad a great role model. That's my dog.
Right.
My dad like my best friend, man. So I watched my dad take care of a family of 5 with no problem.
Right.
Like, I'm not one of them guys gonna tell no story like I grew up struggling and all of that. I grew up spoiled. So
Yeah.
Pops kept us dressed good, never missed a meal. My pops a real nigga, so
Right.
Yeah. Damn right.
that was my vision right there.
Okay.
A recruiter didn't have to sell me, so
Yeah.
And then for him to be able to take not only one but 5 kids, well, says a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My pops was in there. My pops was in the Air Force, man. You
Right,
know what I'm
right.
saying? But my pop had that. You remember I told you about my pop, Justin?
Mm-hmm.
My pop used to have that PTSD real bad. He was shell shocked. I guess this was before it was called PTSD. I guess it was just shell shock. That's
Right.
when,
Shell shot. Yeah.
I remember I told you, I used to stay up there for the summer, every summer. So I used to have to sleep with a bulletproof vest on. You know what I'm saying? Because you'd wake up shooting, you know what I mean? You remember that? I'm telling you.
Yeah,
I had to wake up like, hey, Pop, don't shoot with the 4.5, nigga. You got to shoot with the 22 today or something. But shoot with that starter pistol. He said, I'm sorry, son. You know that Agent Orange got me, goddamn. I ain't like, man. Hey, man, look at man. But go ahead, though. Hey, man. I'm just talking about my daddy. But he was good. Good man, though. He was stationed over in Korea, too.
Shout out to all the dads, man.
Shout out to all the dads, man.
For sure.
I really
Set it off.
liked how you spoke about your father. And
That's
how
real.
regard-
The world need to hear that, man, because a lot of people got dads
yeah.
like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And all they got to do is just say it, bro. You know what I mean? Because that's
Justin,
what it is.
Justin the great dad.
Yeah.
I
And
see,
I say
I
Smoke,
see
he a
Justin on
great dad,
Instagram.
yeah.
Justin always with his son, man.
Yeah.
I love to see that nowadays.
Yeah. This generation, when they be saying it, like some people didn't grow up with no dads, that's a lie. There's a lot of people that did, and we seen them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
We saw them out here. You know what I mean? That's a great myth right there. You know what I'm saying? That a lot
Yeah.
of us
Great
didn't.
white
You know what I
lie,
mean?
yeah.
Even if we didn't, we still got uncles and all of that stuff out here too. You know what I mean? But
It's always a male father figure
yeah,
around. Yeah.
our
yeah.
character
Oh, yeah.
been banished, even in the military. That's what I like. You know what I'm saying? We make the military look good, I think. You feel me? Black man history in the military.
For sure.
We the first in the military, right? And when it comes to Crispus Attucks, that's about the first revolutionary act, right?
Right.
So Crispus Attucks, that would be a black man in the military right there, you know?
Right. So let's keep going with your story, Kenny. So you said you didn't need a recruiter.
Nah, man. So I started out going to college. I got out, graduated high school, went to Cedar Grove, graduated 2013.
Okay.
I did a year in college. Again, like I said, I grew up with two parents who who was on my ass. So I was that kid that went to college and fucked off. Like, didn't do no work.
Too much freedom.
Couldn't handle it. Got on academic probation. Went about Austin State. Got kicked out of Austin State. Came back home. Came back home, transferred to Kennesaw State.
Right.
But in the process of trying to transfer, like, my parents asking me questions like, "Are you going back to school?" I'm lying like hell. Like, yeah, I'm going back.
Right.
Everything's smooth. Whole time I done got kicked out of school. They don't even know it.
Yeah.
Ended up going to a recruiter in the midst of it because my pops was telling me, like I said, my dad like my best friend. So I never told my mama got kicked out. I eventually ended up telling my dad, like, yeah, Pop, this is what happened.
Okay.
He was like, well, shit, man, you know, I don't basically wasted a whole year of paying for school for you to get kicked out. So you need to think of something else what you're gonna do.
Right.
And he was like, well, shit, you can just join the reserve, the Army Reserve. You know, had them pay for school, stuff like that.
Right.
So that's what I ended up doing. In the midst of going into the next semester, I went and talked to a recruiter, signed up for the Army Reserve, got in quick. You know, I didn't have no law violations, no health problems, so I got in pretty fast.
Right.
Got in. Like I said, joined the Army Reserve 2015. I went to basic training January 5th, 2015. Came back around March, April 2015. Enrolled in school for the spring semester or for the fall semester, and it was up ever since.
So let me ask you, and Spo, you can attest to this too.
Come on with it.
So you went from going to school, being a fuck up, then you go to.
Why you gonna put me in it like that? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we can now relate.
You're right.
Go
ahead.
So you went from a strict household with discipline.
Right.
I'm gonna show y'all how I go full circle though, on a most psychological point of view.
Come on.
He went from a house full of discipline to school where it was too much freedom. No discipline. Lack of
discipline. Yeah.
And you messed up.
Yeah.
You couldn't deal with
kicking it.
Right.
Hanging with girls all night.
So then you go to the military, back to the discipline.
Right.
So you see how I go full circle.
Sure,
but now the discipline is this organized discipline. You're already used to it right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I already know your pop just like my pop. We waking up, making the bed, putting the corners on the bed. You know what I'm saying?
Do this.
Now my dad tried to do that. Hey boy, I'm gonna do the quarter test on you. I said, what's the quarter test? I better bounce a quarter off the bed. You know what I'm saying? I said, man, you better chill out. This ain't no damn trampoline.
Right.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, Pop was crazy.
Yeah.
You know, they say you always go back to what you know.
For sure.
What comes natural.
I tell my dad all the time, like, I ain't gonna lie, like I had a good dad, great dad, but man, that shit was like a prison.
Yeah, man.
Like, shot over strict.
Soldier. I gotta treat you like a soldier. If I gotta treat you like one, I'm gonna do it now. Now I tried to give you some freedom.
But I bet you
play the radio with you for sure. But like I said, now as a grown man, shit, I love him. I thank him for that because it's people out here, man, who didn't grow up with a dad or no father figure. And they lost in the sauce out here.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm forever grateful for my dad. To this day, I tell him all the time, like, I don't know where I'd be without you, bro. Like, you know, Pops was a real one.
Showing that appreciation.
Every time, every chance I get.
So let me ask you this. While you at basic training, are you finally like realizing all the lessons that your father was trying to teach you?
To be honest with you, at that time, I was 19. So it had not really hit me yet.
Right.
Some of it was like simple discipline, like just at the lowest level, like respecting people. Like in my family, it wasn't like with my mama, like she asked you a question, you couldn't say. To some people, it was probably too strict, but in my house, like it wasn't like that. Yes, ma'am. Like it wasn't no. Mama asked you a question, ain't no no, ma'am, yes, ma'am, shit like that.
Sir,
you know, ain't no and no to your mama that she don't play like that.
Right.
So you know, but to answer your question, you know, at 19. Growing up, still maturing, you know, sometimes men take a little bit longer to mature than women. So at that time, I'm not gonna lie and say I was all the way fully matured, but shit, small things, you know.
Yeah.
Like just simple shit, putting shit back where you got it from when you move it.
Right.
Little shit like that, you know.
Yeah.
To most people,
Got
that
the
just
boot
like,
camp, yeah.
yeah.
But
To
them
most
boys
people, they
be-
like, man, that shit ain't that serious. Like, nah, it is that
You
serious.
even got the people that ain't trying to, man, I ain't saying no yes sir to this motherfucker.
yeah,
I say, hey,
yeah,
bro, just
yeah.
say yes sir, brother.
Yeah,
Get
it
the hell out of
ain't
here,
that
man.
deep.
Fuck that motherfucker. I say, all right, bro.
It ain't that
All right,
deep.
You tripping.
Now,
Yeah.
let me ask both of y'all as being military vets. Do you feel like in life, even subconsciously on the subconscious level, you still stick to that discipline that you learned back at basic?
Yeah, I just got it right there when I just sat up right there. You know what I'm saying? I just
You
noticed
gotta get
myself
your
just louching
shoulders
like
up.
this
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
and I'm just
yeah.
thinking about motherfucker. Hey, Jones! I'm like, what, man? Hey, I'm good.
Yeah,
What you
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, but now
I can't leave my house without making my bed up.
Yes,
I
sir.
can't
Yes, sir.
do it.
See, I almost intentionally try to get away from it now. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get.
Yeah, we do.
I try to get disorganized because I know
Why you
we're
say
supposed
that?
to be disorganized. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's just like more of a.
Being rebellious?
An automatic rebellious, a personal rebellious thing. Really,
feel
you
it,
know
I
what I'm
feel
saying?
it.
You know how it is, like when I really don't know how to put it in words right now. I guess it's just more of I guess it could be like even when we at parade rest, you know what I'm saying? The way I'm at parade rest right here, this is how I want to be right now.
Right,
you know
right,
what I mean?
right,
Just just trying to conform any little piece I want to myself, really. You know what I mean?
got
Trying to
you.
get a piece of myself back without being with the whole group, really. You know what I mean?
Right. I
That's
feel
the
it.
thing
But
about
not
the
being
military.
disruptive to the group too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's all.
for sure.
You do have to conform to group think. No more thinking on your own.
Yeah.
It's what's best for the group. And
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
people who rebellious, they don't understand that in the beginning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you go from basic training, AIT. For people who don't know,
The school,
AIT.
that's the school, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what y'all call it. In
We
the
call
Navy?
our A school. We
A
just
school,
call it
okay,
A school. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But it's the AIT for that.
Advanced individual training.
Right. So then
What was it? What was it specializing in?
MOS.
88 Mike.
88
MOS?
miles.
Yeah.
Okay, that's driving trucks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you go. Did you deploy anywhere?
Kuwait.
Kuwait pretty cool. I've been to Kuwait, Camp
Yeah.
Buren, 2015. I was there.
I went to Camp Barron and
Kuwait, they got
AJ.
big bases over there.
It's based on the border of Iraq.
Yeah.
That's how they keep tabs on Iraq for real.
Kuwait and Iraq, right next to each other.
Like fits like Decatur and Atlanta.
No,
Yeah.
but the
Camp
bases,
Buren literally like miles away.
Yeah,
Like a
Camp
few
Barron,
miles
you can
away.
get there in about 10 minutes. For real.
we talking about, but these bases though, these large bases or just small enough
No, they
for
large.
units.
Large.
They're large enough. They definitely large enough for units. It's 100 units there, so it's definitely large enough.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
for sure.
Did you go to the mall in Kuwait? Did y'all get there?
Of course.
The mall.
Yeah,
What?
yeah. So Kuwait
Oh, I
deployment
forgot
is
all about the party. And hold on, I'm thinking y'all just stuck on the damn base. Wait a minute, people.
Kuwait's
I
like a
thought
vacation. Kuwait's where you go to vacation.
I thought y'all was
Basically.
just in the desert out there, motherfucker, eating MREs and
Nah, you
went
in the desert, you might go to Applebee's that night.
Well, hold on, baby. They went from MREs
sure.
to eating pussy out there, goddamn in
sure.
Kuwait, baby. Hey,
For
man,
sure.
ain't nothing but the Lord right there
Oh,
now.
man.
Kuwait is
I can't attest to that now.
Nah, I'm just talking about the power of the tongue, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Oh, man.
to me personally, I liked it. It was hot in Kuwait. Like then in the afternoon, it'll get kind of cool, you know.
Man,
but
believe
to
it or
me, I
not,
love
man.
Kuwait.
Believe it or not, man, I love deploying.
Yeah,
Like,
I love it too.
again, it depends on the person you are. Like, I'm one of those people, like, every now and then I find myself, like, falling off track. I got to lock in on myself.
Right.
A deployment is the best way to lock in.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing to do.
Yeah, yeah.
You go to work, you work out, you go back to your room.
Go work out again.
Yeah.
Go work out again. Ain't nothing to do in deployment but lock in.
Yeah.
I mean, you still find those guys who fuck off and they try to get some pussy every night and all that type shit. That shit don't be worth it. Cause you down there sneaking in the women barracks.
Yeah.
You taking the risk because your ass get caught, you through. You
Yeah.
going home.
Yeah.
Ain't no
Fraternization and all that.
It's over with. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. You get caught in a woman's room in a women's barracks, your ass is through.
So they ain't co-ed barracks? I thought the barracks was co-ed. Okay.
No, sir.
Not the barracks,
I don't
but
even think it's
everything else may be co-ed, but not the barracks though. Okay.
No.
I ain't gonna lie, I'd rather get caught up for smoking weed than get caught in some barracks, female barracks. Weed, you can sometimes that's a slap on the wrist, but you get caught in something like trying to have sex, man, please, your ass is through.
What they call it?
When
Sharp.
the Navy,
What's
what?
the sharp? Yeah.
Okay. When the Navy, they was fucking. They fucking on them ships. Goddamn.
You
You better
automatically-
believe. You got women and men.
I
They
can't
fucking
speak
on
on the
them
ships.
ships.
I can't
Yeah,
speak
I
on
I heard
that.
the ships be
yeah.
wild. I heard the ships.
I heard that
Well,
too.
I be like, God damn,
I
they
heard
fucking
that
right
too.
in the right in the.
As a matter of fact, everybody I know who's in the Navy
in
got
fan
married
rooms.
to somebody in the Navy while they was
For
there.
real?
Man,
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I
Well, you
don't
know that's like that with everything. Army people get married to army people. You know
Not
what I'm
like
saying?
the Navy,
Hell
like
nah.
the Navy.
Yeah, I'm
though,
telling you.
I never married a woman in the army.
Man. But it's other guys in the
Man.
army. But how many guys in the army got wives in the army? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like it
they
just
do.
happens. It can't help but happen. It's just
We around each other too much.
yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You know, like when you deploy, before you deploy, you gotta meet at. Like, you was in the reserve active duty.
Reserve.
Okay, so you know, like you gotta meet up at your unit first.
Right.
Man, I'm talking about. I went down there. I deployed to Kuwait in February 10th, 2022.
That was recent.
Recently.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about like that was my last one. I'm talking about like you drive down, your family drop you off, you kissing your mama, you kissing.
This the first initial. This is the initial deployment right now. It's your first deployment.
Yeah. You hugging your parents. If you're married, you kissing your husband, your wife, your kids, all of that shit. You're introducing people to your family, and I'm talking about as soon as your family go out that gate, they already cheating.
At the motherfucking club. Yeah.
Ain't even left 10 minutes. They already flirting.
Turn to a whole different person.
Different person. I'm talking about. I done seen a girl introduce her husband to the whole unit. She over there busting it open. Because when you drop off at the unit, and you got to spend 3 days down there doing something we call SRP. It's basically like your medical, all your medical shit. Them 3 days you still in the States or still stateside before you go, you just chilling. With them 3 days, they already fucking. Already. Sucking and fucking. 3 days. Your husband just left.
Yeah.
That's when you just know she from the streets.
Man,
But I ain't gonna lie, what happened in the army, what happened on deployment, stay on deployment. For sure.
Nah, man, Navy, we were coming back off a 6 month deployment. People coming back to women 3 months pregnant. I said, goddamn, boy, you must have sent your sperm in the mail over there or something. Goddamn.
And they'll believe that too.
Man, they will believe it because you're so much in love.
They green,
them
man. They green. They green. I done seen some people get lied to. I'm talking about, I ain't know when the hell you went for that.
But go to the finance office on the deployment. You see them boys in there, oh man, my wife cleared out my bank account.
Ooh, on the way. But see, y'all, at least y'all flying back. You know what I'm saying? We on the ship. We coming back slowly but surely. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine getting into it with motherfucker? Bitch, I tell you what, wait till I get there, bitch. I'm on my way right motherfucking now. Well, come on in, fuck nigga. I'm taking all your shit out. Bitch, I'm on my way. Man, what time we leave? We leave tonight. Fuck.
Yeah, you gotta slay.
Then we got like another week. Like, man, this whole this bitch just stole everything.
That's how I be on deployment. You like, I'm all the way overseas.
Yeah.
She didn't clear my bank account.
Yeah.
I'm in Afghanistan. Like, it's 3 a.m. over here. It's 1 p.m. over there. The bank open over there. It's like, you know, it's crazy, bro.
Man, the information gap is something. I mean, for us in the Navy, because it's on the ship, though. You know what I mean?
Right.
The information gap be so crazy. I mean, I remember that was back when Tupac had got killed. You know what I'm saying? We found out when Tupac got killed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just saying the situation. We found out Tupac got killed. Nobody knew it at first. They just said, man, you heard Tupac got shot. You're like, get the fuck out of here. You lying. Because you know on the ship, everybody still got different jobs that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about niggas like, they say what? Like, hell yeah. You know what I mean? I'm getting my food and shit like that. Nigga. Man, you want something else to eat, man? I'm like, hey, boy, you heard what happened? Man, Smoke, go ahead with all that shit today, man. Like, bro, I'm dead ass serious. I swear to God on my granddaddy.
It's like y'all in prison almost.
Yeah,
Shit
crazy.
crazy.
They said Tupac got killed. Man, stop lying. Man, the man said Tupac got killed. Niggas come back from washing dishes. Like, man, what the fuck you said, Smoke? I said, man, they said Tupac got killed, man. He was like, man, you a lie, man. You lying, nigga, before I know it. Because it's 8,000 motherfuckers on the ship, dog. You feel me? So, all of us being the black folks, we stand out. We getting loud. Niggas crying on that bitch and everything, though. You know what I'm saying? I was like, God damn. And we seen it on the news, and when they showed it on the news, that's when we really got to see it. Because, you know, sometimes people got phones on there, too, depending on what you do. My homeboy, he was an I-Seaman. That's like an interior communication. I'm an electrician, mate, you feel me? So we in the same berthing, but we be hooking each other up, you know what I'm saying, with phone calls and stuff like that, you know? But then somebody had put another lie right after that the next day. I guess they just felt like lying. Somebody said, Master P died, man, too.
Oh, man.
I said, get the fuck out of here. Man, he got shot 44 times. I was like, oh, Lord have mercy. We thought that shit was real. Pac just got killed. You know what I'm saying? Turned out somebody lied about it. They said one nigga from Alabama that lied. I said, I don't know who started that lie, but they ain't shit for that shit on that shit right there.
That's crazy.
The Navy.
That's the Navy. The Army be the same way, though, too. But I did not know the co-ed be like that, though. You know what I'm saying? With the women in the Army. Do the women lead y'all, though, too, though? Is it like some women that be
you might have a woman,
for sure,
captain, lieutenant.
Okay.
Unless it's an infantry unit, it's gonna be, you probably have some women leadership out there.
Yeah. It's just like being over here, bro. Like, people for some reason people look at the military like we just like aliens, bro. Like we're normal people. We're just in uniform. Like people be like, damn, you can have sex over there. Like, bro, people do that. Like smoke weed, all of that shit. I'm talking about like I went with the Alabama unit. So I started off my career with like a diverse unit, all blacks and whites, mainly whites. I deployed with the all black unit. I'm talking about
they got all black units in that
it was 2 or 3 white people, but the majority was black. I'm talking about like,
so ain't no doubt in y'all mind like what.
Like,
this can be done. This is done.
I went to the unit, you know, like on that how we say who shit, like trying to be high speed and shit, and like
trying to follow the rules.
The rules, basically, like, and they
then
like
you get there and realize no rules.
And they
followed.
like, you know, and I'm talking about like, you know, and of course in the military you can't say the N-word, shit like that. Yeah. Man, I go there, they kicking it like my old unit when we got dismissed, shit, we all go home. That's it. Man, they get dismissed. They outside smoking blacks, drinking Hennessy. I said, man, where the fuck am I?
That's how I
get back to real life.
I said, man, I've been doing. At that point, I had been in 8 years. I done did 8 years doing the right thing every day. I go to this unit just full of niggas. I'm like, man, what the fuck? I'm talking about like they everything, bro. Like we deployed. Yeah. We deployed, like my pops would put me up on game, like, you know, people gonna be sneaking, licking, just like Justin just said, shit like prison, bro. Like shit like chain gang, like people sneaking in liquor and weed pens through boxes and teddy bears and shit. I'm like, man, that shit ain't that deep. But yeah.
It's that deep.
It's that deep for sure.
Yeah. Cause I know they was smoking weed on my ship, goddamn it, shit. I know we can get it the fuck in,
on
nigga. On the ship, baby. Do you hear me? I'm talking about, nigga, cause everything be cool. Let's say you out there, we on a 6-month deployment, right? Let's say we out there for 3 weeks. We just in the ocean, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you walk through the P-way, you know what I'm saying? We walk, you see me from all the way down the hall. I'm like, hey, Justin. You're like, man, what else, bro? And you coming up on me, you know what I'm saying? As soon as you walk up on me, you ain't even all the way up on me. You smell it. As soon as you... Man, you say, nigga, you already know what it is. Now think about the people who don't know you. You know what I'm saying? You walking through the breezeways, and they just like, hey, what the hell is that? I said, what is what?
Yeah.
Y'all talking about out here, nigga. We going to different countries. We going to Spain. We in France.
Y'all
Israel,
tough for that. Y'all tough for that. Cause I know, like Justin said, like y'all on the boat, bro. So like that shit got to be a little harder.
It was I guess the military would be getting whatever you find contraband out there, you know what I'm saying? They find bricks out there, you know what I'm saying? Like literally kilos, you know what I'm saying? And have them right here on the ship waiting for other people to come, other personnel to come and get them, but they're right here.
The ocean doing that, that's crazy.
Man, the ocean, we control the whole, but we are everywhere. I mean, I'm talking about all of the oceans, dog. You know what I'm saying? Atlantic, Pacific,
the military,
the Arctic Ocean, the Indian Ocean.
U.S. military everywhere for sure.
Man, we went everywhere. I thought we were going into the Black Sea one time, you know what I'm saying? But I think it was like Russian territory or something like that. But or the But then when you learn about the ocean and stuff like that, that's what made me say, I guess this maritime law is really different. You know what I'm saying? Because being on the water is everywhere. You know what I mean? Right. You can get everywhere through water. If you can't get there through the ocean, you can get there through the rivers. You feel me? And I forgot all about that inside of the interior of the United States. That's what people was going through, the rivers and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But what did the Army come? Was that the first military? The Army, was that the first one?
Yeah.
It wasn't the Marines? Okay. The Army came first.
The Marines might have been the first to go somewhere, but the Army always first.
The Army the oldest branch.
Yeah. So Kenny, your newest assignment.
Right.
You're an Army recruiter.
Right.
How did you get picked to become a recruiter? Because I know sometimes you might get picked to be a drill sergeant.
So
you might get picked for recruiter school. How did you get picked to be a recruiter?
I can give you, it's a side story to it.
Mm-hmm.
I can give you the story. So you follow me on Instagram. I don't know if you've seen my page, but I ended up. I feel like this was God for real. Got into a bad car accident.
Right.
Before I got into, I was about to deploy again at the top of 2024.
Right.
I was about to leave January 2024. No, I was about to leave March 2024. I'm sorry.
And getting ready too.
Getting ready. Yeah. I got into a car accident February 17th.
Right.
Before I got into 2 weeks before I got into the car accident, I was at drill. It was at Camp Blanding, Florida. My training, the training NCO S1, whatever. We was at drill just chilling. She was like, who want to go AGR? Who wanna fill out the AGR packet? I'm over here doing everybody packet. I was like, shit, we ain't doing that. I fill it out. Fuck it.
Right.
And you like you said, you can check recruiter, drill sergeant, instructor, whatever you want to do.
Right.
I ended up checking all the boxes. I was like, fuck it.
Try anything.
Anything. Trying to go AGR. You know about AGR, that shit sweet.
Yeah.
So I'm like, anything to do.
AGR is basically active
guard reserve.
Right. So you basically on a reservist, but you're working for the military full time.
So it's almost just a regular life still.
Yeah.
Regular life, perfect.
Get out of here, man.
That's what
Okay,
I'm doing
yeah.
now.
Okay, so then what happened next?
Did my packet for AGR. 2 weeks later, I was working at Delta Airlines. That was my civilian job before I did this.
Right.
Before I got AGR. And anybody know about Delta's a great company. Don't get me wrong, it's a great company, but it's one of them companies where you got to really put in some time to really see some money.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm working like shit. I'm working. I ain't gonna lie to you. A regular work day is 8 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working 16-hour days like it's nothing.
Yeah. But that's the military already in you.
Right.
I'm trying to get it anyway. Yeah. I know. What was the regular people around you still like? Boy, you be working like a mama. They think you crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
One of my big dog, my OGs up there, he worked at Delta with me named Dion. He real known at Delta. Like that's the guy to talk to when you want extra hours, everything.
All right.
So he ended up I was telling him like, hey bro, I'm trying to put some money, I'm trying to work. Just bought a house, everything. So I'm like, I gotta start putting some work in before I deploy. So I can have all my bills paid up. That was my plan, trying to pay my bills up. So again, I'm working 16-hour day like it's a regular day. My last day before I put my orders in to deploy, I told everybody at Delta, because everybody wanted to hang out with me before I deployed. Right. I told them, like, hey, man, this my last day hanging out. I got 10 days left in the States. These last 10 days going to be spent with my parents and my sisters, nobody else.
Right.
So if y'all want to see me, tonight is the night to see me.
Right.
Long story short, all the old heads were like, come on, man, let's go to the Blue Cantina right here in Camp Creek.
Yeah.
We're gonna take you out, get a drink, blase. I've been, like I said, I don't work down to 2 weeks straight, 16-hour days, no break, no off day. So my last day, I'm like, all right, bro, I go, but look, I'm gonna have one shot, one drink, that's it. One shot, one beer. End up overdoing it. Ain't gonna lie. Took too many shots. Ended up wrecking my car. Fucked up bad. Broke my whole right side, right ankle, right knee, right wrist, right elbow, right and left rib.
Damn.
Fucked my neck up in the back, fucked my spine up. Got into accident February 17, 2024. I was down bad for about down into my birthday in November. Thank God for a supportive family and God. Right. They held me down. Like pops, mom, I got a set of twin little sisters. They held me down, I ain't gonna lie. Ended up getting the call back. At Delta, my job was on the ramp, loading the planes. That's a real strenuous job. So I need my body to be back. I need my strength back. Right. So I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm laying in the hospital bed, like praying, bro. Like I got bills. I got a mortgage to pay. I just bought a house. Like God, please, like give me my strength back, please. Ended up had not checked my email since February since I got into the accident. Right. You know your military email, that shit can get loaded in a week. Yeah. I ain't checked mine in 7 months. Right. Check my email. Someone telling me, check me. Tell my little sister bring my I was at the Shepherd Center. Tell my little sister to bring my computer up to the hospital so I can check my email. Had an email saying AGR selected. I said, wow, this crazy.
Look at God. That's big.
Look at God, man. I said, damn. I said, yeah, want that. Took that motherfucker so fast. I said, yes, need it. Come on with it.
So hold on, let me get this straight. If it wasn't for the accident, you would have been on deployment.
For sure.
And would you been able to take the job if you was on deployment?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because I was gonna find some way to make it back.
Right.
But you wouldn't have been able to stay at the Delta place though, definitely though.
You can.
Yeah. So
like I'm getting to that. So long story short again, can't accepted the job. At this point, body's back to full health.
Right.
Went to recruiting school October. Graduated that November 27th.
So how long is recruiting school?
6 weeks.
What kind of things do you learn?
8 weeks, really. 8 weeks.
What kind of things did you learn there that you probably would say are like stand out?
To be real with you,
Yeah.
be yourself.
Okay.
That's what they kept telling us. Like they were like, some people like, I guess the biggest thing I learned was read the room. Because you get selected again when you AGR, they put you where they want to put you.
Right.
By the grace of God, I ended up getting in Atlanta, and I'm from Atlanta, so I'm like, that's crazy. Once again, like, damn, that's wild.
Yeah. So when you at the school though, do they have like scenarios like acting class? They be like, okay, KJ, you're up. Okay, I'm a white boy. All right, I'm in Kennesaw High School. Okay.
Yeah.
Come to me, KJ. Get me in the army right now.
What's
you know
what's
what I'm
the
saying?
pitch?
You might come.
Shit.
Do they be doing that to y'all at
All
the
the
school?
time.
Oh,
Yeah.
for real?
I could see that.
I feel like,
Man.
the pitch is, once again, you got to read the room.
Right.
So, for me, I'm located in Camp Creek.
Okay.
So, the surrounding schools on that side, I have Banneker, Tri-Cities, Mays, Carver.
Lean on me.
I had to get my.
Hapeville.
God damn. I'm sorry.
I got 9 of the school. I can't think of all of them. But basically, that's the south side of Atlanta.
Yeah.
Right.
So I have I got 24-year-old sisters.
Right.
I got a little cousin that's 13. I got a couple of little homies that I know from the neighborhood or whatever.
So you ain't
that helps
detached
me out
from the youth.
Yeah. That helps me out for sure. Because when you talking to these kids, it's like nowadays, man, when we was coming up, they always pitch college to us when you graduate high school.
Yeah.
College.
Yeah.
Nowadays, these kids don't care about that shit.
Yeah. Hell no.
You can get on YouTube, make a video, and make $1 million.
Yep.
Right.
College and cable. You can get that shit out of here.
That's all they care about now. So when you go into the schools, my pitch, I'm not gonna lie to you, I keep it real with you. My pitch is money.
Yeah.
Legal money.
For sure.
Cause of course, I went to Carver and I'm telling the kids like, hey man, you can make money doing this and that. And one of the kids, y'all like, bro, I can go scam for that. I said,
See what I'm talking about? Hey, boy, you hear that?
I said, well, damn, well, you do what you do, little bro. I ain't gonna stop you. Shit, that's what you want to
scam
do.
for it, boy. They tell you.
They
They
know
scam.
what kind of money's out
For
there.
sure.
Wait till AI get a hold to this
But
shit.
I think with the military, though, the biggest thing I tell these kids, the benefit package is unmatched, man.
Benefits and stability, man.
I tell them that believe it or not, it's the traveling still. We forget how much
For
kids
sure.
really
A
don't
lot of
travel.
kids don't realize how important travel is because they didn't grow up traveling.
Remember,
Yeah,
all us pretty sure we got cousins all over the country. So it wasn't never us to go see our cousins all over the country. But how many folks do not travel at all?
Some of these
Sometimes
kids
that
never
military-
rode on a plane.
Yeah.
I didn't get on the plane until I went to basic training. That's my first time ever getting on the plane.
Yeah.
So I understand that for sure.
But it's just that thing of travel, you know what I'm saying? Then global traveling, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, what? I can go where? Germany.
I try my best to teach them, like, again, like you said, like the benefits and stability. Like, I try to tell them, like, again, my main school I go to is Carver. I love going to Carver. Now, that's in the middle of Pittsburgh and, Mechanicsville and all that. So, them kids really feel more what I'm saying more than anything because, like, I'm telling them, like, hey, man, E1 in the Army, a private in the Army, shit, they're making good money now.
Right.
Yeah.
The military gets so many bonuses every year. They making money now. You can down there be an E1 making more than some people's mamas and daddies out here, bro. Like, I feel like for me, man, I feel like, again, the stability is the biggest thing. Again, coming from a job like Delta where you got to punch the clock, you waking up. Then another thing with Delta, again, I'm not trying to downplay them. It's a great company, but they do this thing where most jobs do overtime regardless, no matter what.
Right.
Delta's flip it on and off.
Right.
So that was my biggest fuck up. I bought my house at the top of 2023. I came back from my deployment 2022. I left at the beginning of 2022. Came back at the end of 2022 on my daddy's birthday, December 23rd. Came back, bought my house February 2023. Soon as I bought my house, I'm talking about like, most of the time people coming from deployment, they take them 3 months off. I didn't do that because I was trying to buy a house. I said, fuck, I'm going back to work.
Right.
I'm getting crazy overtime, loading me up.
Right.
As soon as I bought the house, they cut overtime off. I said, damn, I'm making like, at this point, bro, I'm making like $22 an hour. My mortgage, $2,200 a month.
Right.
I'm fucked.
Right.
I'm like, damn. So like I said, Delta, they do this thing where like, they give you the overtime, they cut that shit off for 6-7 months. So with me, I learned that quickly taught me, bro, like, what helped me with the military stability. The fact that all my bills gonna be paid no matter what every month, and I ain't gotta stress about, or kiss no ass, none of that, like to get no overtime or ask people repeatedly, can I get overtime? Hey, can I get some extra hours? I ain't got to worry about that no more, you know?
So
That's a great feeling.
So let me ask you this. Because I will say, as a military veteran, that's the most stability you probably ever have in your life.
Absolutely.
Financial.
Being a veteran.
Absolutely.
Huh?
Being a military veteran.
being in the army, being in the actual military.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
You're going to know where you're going to stay, what you're going to eat. You know that you're going to have a paycheck. It's nothing else in the world that'll give. It's not too many companies that'll give you that stability.
No matter what happens in the world, government shutdown, all of that shit, you still getting your money regardless of anything.
I think it more. Okay, so let me ask y'all this. And besides just the veteran thing about being in, though, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Do it make y'all only feel powerful, just like you say when you with your unit or you with a crew, really? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not like I'm
you
on.
find
I'm
it belong
on
or something?
I'm on the aircraft carrier, right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm on the warship, dog. You know what I'm saying? So we playing music like Hail Mary, come with me. We're in the middle of the ocean, like it's up, bitch. You know what I'm saying? It's F-14s, F-16s.
It's kind of like being on the football
A6
team. Which is like kind of being like on the football team.
Yeah, but it's more like on even when you looking at the Tuskegee Airmen or something like that. You know what I mean? When they flying back, you still got guys who working on the planes and stuff like that. So everybody in with this, but most importantly, this is still a squad right here, dog. You know what I'm saying? And it's a powerful squad, nigga.
It definitely gives you that pride for sure. I mean, like simple things like it's dumb, but I mean, like I remember my little sister when she was in high school, she was trying to get a job at the Chick-fil-A right on Glenwood. They had just opened up right about the Kroger. Mm-hmm. I walked in there with her. I had regular clothes on. They wouldn't even give her a time of day.
Right.
I went back in there. I said, come on, let's go back in there. She missed school, the morning half school. She had work today. They had my uniform on. I had to go somewhere. Mm-hmm. Man, treat us like royalty.
Right.
I said, hey, my little sister's trying to get a job with P. Can I talk to the manager? I'm right here, sir. Hey, sir, I'm right here. Yeah. When I went in there, he looked at me like, nigga, please. When I walked in there, the uniform on, they like, yeah. Come on with it, please. Yeah, we're hired on the spot. Yeah. I said, that's crazy. Police officers, man, like saying that same Chick-fil-A. When you walk in there, they eyeballing you because you know where we come from, like, you know. Yeah. Shit, I got on slide shorts and the t-shirt looking at me like, this is just a nigga just walking to Chick-fil-A. Yeah. That same police officer walking there, he holding the door for me, trying to make conversation. Man, gone, man.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. Cause our time running up. All right. So let me ask you. Give us a pitch. Right now, I know you're a recruiter. Okay. You're trying to get them in. What would you tell a kid or even an adult who might be lost or thinking about going to the military? Give them a reason for going.
I'm going to ask you first. First thing I'm going to ask you is, are you trying to go to college or not? Right. I'm still going to ask that question. No matter if it's glorified or not. Now, I'm always ask that question because some people do. Right. I got people that come out at 35 years old and might want to go to college, so I'm still going to ask that too. Right. You want to go active duty or reserve? They tell me reserve. I ask them why. They say, I want to go to school. I started school. I want to finish it now. I want the military to pay for it. Right. All right, cool. The reserve side is for you. You want to go active duty? Why? Well, I lost my job, or that's for an older person. Right. Kid fresh out of school. Matter of fact, I got an 18-year-old right now, man. Bryce trying to join. Right. Bryce said school is not on his mind. So Bryce like, Sergeant Jones, I want to make some money. Right. Cool. Come on with it.
See what life about right quick.
Come on with it. Yeah. You about to graduate high school.
And we got a lot of kids about to graduate high school.
Yeah, so it's almost like saving lives. You feel like you're saving lives too. Huh?
All the time. That's the best feeling in the world. I'm changing somebody's life.
So what are the qualifications? Like, how do if I got a kid 18 finna graduate this month and he don't know where to go, what all does he need to have?
Those are the best kids to get in because they still young and still fresh. So most of the time you don't really find too many kids. Sometimes you do, but you don't really find too many kids 18 with charges. Right. Most of them, first thing I ask them, do you smoke weed? Right. You got any law violations? Right. Any major hospitalizations? You broke your bones, anything like that. Hopefully I get a no forever for all of those.
Broken bones could be a problem sometimes. Sometimes, maybe.
It can. It all depends. So, like, with stuff like that, you got to get a waiver for everything. So, the point I'm trying to make is the less you have, the less I got to worry about, the less waivers I got to do. Yeah. Quick I can get you in. Shit, Bryce came to me last week. Bryce finna enlist this week.
Right.
So he good.
What about tattoos? Because I know in the past they was cool on them.
In here.
Most of the time I can get you I can get you a waiver for a tattoo.
Okay. What about on the neck?
Even for like even on the neck.
Okay.
It depends on what it is.
I remember when I was in and I told them I wanted to get a tattoo. They was like, "You can't get a tattoo. You government property."
Yep,
that's when I said,
"Who
the fuck you talking about? Who government property? All right, bitch. Right now, I'm going.
GP,
I bet you we're gonna see today.
For
that
sure.
shit made me feel some type of way, but they were for real when they said that. They said, "You government property now." I said, "Who?
Yeah.
Who the fuck you? Who?"
For the most part, I can get you a waiver for anything. Property. It just can't be nothing crazy.
Right.
Like, and it's crazy, man, because again, like when we was coming up, bro, like that shit was frowned upon. Like, I see kids, bro, 18 years old, bro, like
tatted up, look like Chipotle, baby.
But let me tell y'all though, you know who I first saw with like the sleeves and stuff that looked like where it looked good on them? In the Army. Like my drill sergeant, they was sleeved up. That's where I got the whole tattoo thing from with my drill sergeants. They used to, all of them had sleeves, the female, the male.
But sometimes the tattoo was really is a culture thing, really, though. You know what I'm saying? And then it got taken out of context, but it's getting back to it again.
It all depends on what you got.
They try to put a stigma on it.
Yeah.
Like anytime a kid walked in, like a kid walked in, it's like he was a pretty good guy, but he got, it's as crazy as it sounds, when you have initials, that's what fucks it up the most, because people are like, what that mean?
It's a gang.
It's a gang or something like that. Like, your name may be Roger Clifford Johnson.
Yeah.
So if you don't have RJC on your neck,
they
looking for something else. Like, that's gang related.
Right.
He walked in with like, I think that shit said like 93 guards or some shit like that. So most of the time you thinking like, okay, that's like some, that's just like with blood, like that 92 shit. Like, you may be thinking that's like that type. So, you know.
So let me ask you, where can they find you if they're looking for you? Can they get in contact with you?
I'm in Camp Creek, right beside the new Navy Federal.
Right.
Right beside the Five Guys. Closer to right behind, matter of fact, right behind Blue Cantina.
Okay.
Just come to Camp Creek.
I know exactly where that's at. That's where the dude selling them Gucci.
What's the age limit?
Lowercase G's and capital G. Go ahead.
What's the age limit? Like how old is too old?
Because I want to go in. I'm going back.
Be ready, my boy. I'm right now.
What's the age limit?
42.
42.
Then legit at 42. If you 42 years old, you still trying to get back in that goddamn Army.
If you come in at 42, I got to get you a waiver though. Cause you know,
we gotta get your senior citizen discount.
Basically, yeah. I gotta get your blood pressure test, lipid test, all of that shit. Yeah. But without a waiver, 40.
40.
So what's the youngest?
30 days before your 18th birthday.
30 days. Yeah,
so you can be 17. 30 days before you turn 18, I can get you in.
All right, so all y'all kids that's graduating this month, it's May. If y'all ain't got a college,
if you ain't got your college.
Yeah. Go to.
I ain't recommending it.
I'm a pitch it.
I say the Salvation Army and Old Navy. I say that first for 2 summers. You know what I'm saying? Cause you know I done got so shook.
I'm gonna say this as an Army
these
veteran,
guys made a good life out of it.
I had a good life in the Army. I got to travel.
Everybody love, man. I do not hear too many bad stories in the Army. You know, I was in prison with some of the boys in the Army. You know, when you go AWOL and stuff like that, they send you to the prison with everybody. You know,
military
Coast Guard. You in the Coast Guard. Army, I knew some boys from Fort Story, Fort Eustis, Fort Bragg. Man, a lot of Army got good stories, man. Yeah. Y'all got big bases, so it's Army base in every country, baby, on every continent, basically.
Yeah. We everywhere.
For sure.
Man.
But I appreciate you for pulling up on us today.
Oh yeah. I appreciate
you,
KJ,
me, man. I appreciate you just keeping it real, man, with life, man. You know what I mean, brother? I promise you. That's what people really need to see out here, man, because they know it's real, especially down here in Atlanta too.
Yeah.
Because I always hear people like, "You from Atlanta? What part of you now?" Not Atlanta, man. Every part, to me, and this is my opinion. Every part around this city, make this city what it is. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Every part, though. You know what I mean? And the people, that's what it is.
That's mainly the kids that's saying that shit nowadays. If you ain't from the West Side, you ain't from Atlanta.
Yeah. Back in the day, I wish I could have seen y'all while y'all was here, boy, with the nook of your buck and everything. I know y'all was just, boy, y'all probably tearing everything up. But I like what you said too, man, about God having you in the right place, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That was nothing but God, man. When I got offered this job, that was nothing but God for real, bro. Cause I'm telling you, bro, like I come from a praying family. I'm a church guy and everything like that. I kind of faded away from it for a while.
Yeah.
When you land in that bed, that hospital bed, wondering how you finna pay your bills, bro, you can't do nothing but just pray. I started praying 3 times a day, bro. Literally.
Yeah,
man.
You was almost Muslim. 2 more, you would have been up in there with the Bismillah.
Got that email saying you want to go AGR. I said, this is crazy.
Oh yeah, I also got to give you, congrats. You won Recruiter of the Month.
Yeah.
Brother, congratulations on that right there, man.
Putting all
how you get them in quick? How you get them in? What made this month special?
Shit.
Summertime.
Just like y'all said, like I started going to the schools. First I started recruiting January of this year, 2025.
Right.
I started going into all the high schools. When you talking to them early, the seniors and I ain't gonna say the junior, but the seniors, they still keeping hope alive. Man, I'm going to college. Man, I'm finna do this. I'm finna do that. And by the time mid-April, coming up on May, none of that shit happening.
None of them scholarships, them offers.
Man, they ring.
When you start walking up on them boys on the phone, like, man, I don't even know if I'm gonna walk this year.
Yeah,
I'm gonna hit up, man. You hit up KJ.
Yeah.
Give me a number, cuz.
They called
I'm going to the Army.
They called me heavy. Sergeant John, you coming to the high school today? I was going to the school, bro, like 3 times a week.
Yeah.
I kind of fell back from going like March and probably beginning of April. I kind of fell back from going. End of April, starting off this one, I kind of got back in there heavy. And they see me walking through the school now, man. They running to me.
Yeah.
Hey, can I come to the office today? Hey, man, come on with it.
And I really I'll give my advice to kids, don't take a break. You about to graduate this year. I know I got a few cousins graduating.
Keep it rolling.
Don't take a break. If you don't got a school, if you don't have any money to go to school, or you don't have the grades or the GPA, go to the military, man. Get you some benefits, get your life together, get you some discipline, get you some money, go see some places, get smarter, and then come back and go to school again. I promise you it'll work out way better this time.
Use the military to its advantage, man. Like another thing now.
They said they're gonna use you. So
I'm gonna get my military benefits. I'm gonna get my benefits, and I'm gonna use mine to the advantage. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been out here just in these streets. I can tell you from the other side. If you get in that military and you say fuck it, you will be out here in these streets. You understand me? Nigga, I ain't got a benefit from it. I ain't seen it. I don't even know where the VA at. Nigga, what I'm saying? I ain't even know. Man. I thought the VA was the Virginia. I said, why is everybody going to the Virginia? I got locked up there. I didn't know what it was. That's how out of touch I was with it. You know what I'm saying? But then they told me I probably got PTSD. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, what? Get out of here. So I'm going to get my benefits. So next time we talk to y'all, I'm going to talk to KJ, get my paperwork right some more.
Even with a house, even with buying a house now, like
no money down.
Oh, man, people are trying to buy houses, man. It's like houses skyrocket.
Yes.
I bought my house at the top of 2023, bro. I put like maybe $2,000 down. That was just closing costs. Yeah. I got a whole house for $2,000 basically.
So the military,
then they gave it back to me.
Let me tell y'all something.
The military make it a little bit more easy. The process easier.
Take my word for it.
With the closing and stuff like that, with all of that.
Take my word for it. Just the home loan itself is a reason enough to join. Just that reason right there.
Yeah. Set it all.
Yeah.
Thank you just for that reason right there.
For sure.
Because you always gonna need a home.
Absolutely.
But KJ, I appreciate you for coming on today.
Oh yeah.
And giving these kids some game.
Yes.
For sure.
Do y'all research? But
I'll be thinking about that.
He right there in Camp Creek. If you're looking for him, Schmo, you got anything to say before we cook?
Man, I'm just glad we could bring this different side of the Army right here, because usually we got that furious from the boys in the hood side of like the Army ain't no place for a black man.
Nah.
It ain't no place for a black man.
Don't get caught up in the hype.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. If your parents
wait a minute, it's a black man now. It's an Army general right now. Did they take about it? It was a 4-star general.
But I bet he still got his benefits. I bet he don't give a damn. Listen, he probably got his house. He don't give a damn about none of that shit.
Don't get played. Yeah, don't get played out the streets. When I first joined and came back home from basic training, I was in the barbershop. And like all the bros like, well, congrats, well, welcome back, blase, blase. And I never forget somebody said, but I don't know how you did that, but that's a white man's army. That same guy that told me that, and I'm not disrespecting nobody's job. That same guy that told me that is a janitor.
God.
So hey, I'd rather be cornered with money than mopping and sweeping floors.
I got a lot of that. Like, why you going to the army? The same folks can't even give you a ride to the store, man. Right. Go, kids. If you don't have a college that you're going to, go to the military. That's all I'm gonna say.
The lowest you can do is 3 years. If you enlist at 18, you get out at 21, you still young.
I tell you what, y'all go ahead and follow the advice. If you don't like it, you take my advice. Cause I went AWOL and you can see what you gonna get when you go AWOL. You ain't gonna get shit. You gonna get nothing. You hear me? I've been out here striving and surviving. I got my grandmama baby shower coming up. You know what I mean? But I got my announcement. Can I tell them about that? Me and Justin, we have the new Set It Off Fire Stick, the black-owned Fire Stick. Y'all can clap it up down at the house, you know what I'm saying? We have the new Fire Stick. We have new black-owned movies. We got the new Aquaman. It's a black man playing Aquaman. Now, he drowned the first 5 minutes of the movie, but goddamn it, you know, he wasn't in the Navy, you know what I mean? So we're going to do that. And we got bulletproof bullets. That's a whole nother thing. We'll talk about that next time. We got to get, hey, don't worry about it. We got to get the paperwork right for this.
Well, like, that's it for the greatest show. Ken, I appreciate you. Congrats, man.
For sure.
Smoke, congrats. On
you know I'm going
your
back
grandma baby shower.
You know I got a show tonight too.
Okay.
By the time y'all watch this, I will be at the Uptown Comedy Corner tonight, rocking the show. We going up to the show. KJ, you want to go to the show? You let me know, man. You hear me?
Sure. Yeah,
tonight.
Yeah, that's tonight.
Yeah,
For sure.
We turning up tonight, man, and next week too, I think. But tonight, definitely, man. We got a celebrity night right tonight.
All right, bet.
Yeah, let's see. Right.
Set it up.